think this is so cute. I think I look so cute. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I haven't filmed in a really long time, and it's because I've just had a lot going on. So I moved back from Atlanta, and then moving and getting settled back in here has been a lot. I have not even been able to fully unpack yet, and it's been since June, and now it's November, so 4 or 5 months. Yeah. Then my dog has been really sick. He hasn't been able to walk really. It's just been a lot going on. So then I started working. That's another topic. But yeah, so I'm just going to do my makeup. I'm going to just try some new things, use some old products, use some newer products, and just let y'all know, like, what's up, what happened. I haven't talked in a while, and I just, think I should. So grab some wine, because I have some. It's been a long day. It's been a long Sunday, and it's not even over yet. So, yeah. All right, let's start the makeup. All right, so let's see. So I was watching TikTok, and I forget his name. He's really popular. He always says, like, talks about cream blush, and I hate cream blush. I had one. It was a Fenty one, and I don't know what happened to it, so I won't use it. But he did talk about this NARS blush. It's in Thrill. He said darker skin tone should get another color, but one, they didn't have the other color, and two, I don't think I'm dark enough for that skin color, for that blush color, because it's very vibrant, and So this is the color of the blush that he's talking about. So that's pretty. It's very light. I hope I like it. We'll see. Then he also talked about this trick, like with an eyeshadow or a eyebrow. Sorry, I can't get my words together. Eyebrow color. Oh, I'm out of it. And he put it in his inner corner, so I'm gonna try that today as well. Then I always just use translucent powder. I always use a translucent powder under my eyes, and I saw people saying to put a lighter foundation powder under. So I got L'Oreal True Match in the shade W2. Right? W2? Yeah. So I'm gonna try it, and if I don't like it, guess what? It's getting returned. That's the beauty about makeup. After you use it, you can return it. So if I don't like it, I'm returning it. Then I'm gonna give this a shot again. The cream bronzer by Fenty. I hated it when I first tried it. Still don't think I'll be a fan, but we'll see. And I also got this other NARS blush palette. Let's see. It's so pretty. And I know I'll like these colors because these are the colors I tend to stick to for blush. So it's called the Basic Instincts palette. And these are the colors. So, is it focusing? Yeah, those are the colors. What else? Oh, I got this Ashley Strong Morphe lip gloss, and I got the lip liners. They're really good. I never did them on camera, so I'll try those on camera. Then, so there's stuff that I bought recently that I really like, but I don't like. So I got this pressed powder by Fashion Fair, and it is so, like, it makes me look so golden because it's so, like, you see how golden it is, but I like it. It's just, I think it's a little too golden for me, so sometimes it does a little too much. But then my other bronzers that I usually use broke. So, but yeah, let's get into it. So I left my primer, so let me go get that. I'll be right back. So actually, before I use my primer, I am going to do my brows. I'll probably fast forward through this because brows are not right yet. Like I said, I'm just gonna do my brows really quick. If you guys see me looking this way, my mirror's over here.
Sexy motherfucker, you the baddest one. Gave you all my love, that shit been out and out.
Okay, so my brows are filled in. I haven't shaped them yet, so I'm gonna shape them after I take a sip of wine. Because, whoo, this move, y'all. So, I'm gonna like break down to y'all why I moved in the first place. So, in March, I had my birthday party. If you didn't watch the video for that, go watch it. I had a cute little birthday party, all my friends. It was back home in Jersey. And, of course, I can't find this stinking concealer brush. Of course I can't find it. Whatever, I'll use something else. So, yeah, I came back home to Jersey. I threw myself a party for 25, and it was so much fun. But when I went back to Atlanta after that, I was depressed. Like, when I say depressed, I mean so depressed. It was not fun living there anymore. Like, I came home, I saw all my friends, all the love I have from my friends, and it just, like, was very lonely in Atlanta. And prior to coming home for my birthday, I would have anxiety attacks, like, all the time. I had an anxiety attack one time really bad while I was driving home from work. And I almost had to pull over on the side of the highway. I'm not sure why I had them. I just know that I had them. And I'm not somebody who has, like, anxiety attacks like that. But I did have them when I lived in Atlanta. Really bad. I also think that living by myself in a big city like that where there was a lot of crime added to my stress, my anxiety. Because every day in Atlanta, there's a killing. There's a car getting broken into. There's an accident on the highway. There were multiple times where people would get into road rage and then shoot and kill somebody on the highway. Like, you know, so it was just, for me, that's a lot. Like, and Atlanta is a beautiful city. I love how it was full of black people, black money. Like, it was just, I really did like it. But being in Atlanta and being almost by myself, like, of course I had my few friends there, but it was just terrifying for me at a point. I felt so anxious all the time. And I worked about an hour outside of the city, an hour south. And where I worked, it was in Henry County, if you're familiar, down in Locust Grove. And that area, yes, there's black people, but it was racist, like, racist. It was not it for me. Like, one time I had to be detoured when I was driving to work, and I was terrified from the detour because I didn't want to get caught somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, and I don't know that area, so I didn't know if it was a black area, white area. All I saw were Trump flags. And it's sad that we have to think about Trump and racism, you know? Like, if you support him, that's fine, but why are most Trump supporters racist, sexist? You know, like, it just doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, so you can understand why I'd be nervous driving in a town in the South where I don't know anybody, I don't know the town, you know, I don't know anything. So, going to work was a hassle. I would sit in traffic for hours at a time sometimes. Like, in Jersey, I was used to driving to work, taking an hour or an hour and a half sometimes. Like, that, I was used to. Not 4 hours. One time, it took me 6 hours, I turned around. I was sitting in the same spot for over an hour. I told my boss, I'm turning around. Like, I got off the highway, like, in the little, no U-turn thing, and made a U-turn. Because I was sitting in that traffic so long, and I was gonna have an anxiety attack. Like, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. So, Yeah. So I decided in the end of April, let's say in May, at the end of April that I was going to leave Atlanta. And I reached out to, so the reason why I moved into this apartment, not one, because I liked it, but two, because they told me that I can break the lease. They told me I would still get my security deposit back if I broke the lease, right? They just said I would have to pay a month's rent. It's fine. I did not care about that. I was like, get me out of here. Get me out. This is too much. Like, I think it was after the spa shootings, because that was very close to where I lived. It actually happened the day that I came back to New Jersey for my birthday. And then I saw that all over the news. But yeah, the spa shootings was a big part of why I was not comfortable there anymore. It was not it. It was just very uncomfortable for me, and I didn't even want to go back to Atlanta when I left here. Well, when I left Jersey after my birthday. So, yeah. So my brows are carved. They look crazy, I know. But I have powder, not powder, what is this called? Moisturizer on my face. I'm just going to take some Laura Mercier setting powder, dust it all over my face. Let me check on my dog real quick, y'all. Sorry. More interruptions. He needs to chill. Okay, so that's on. Now, let's just spray. Whew. So, moving back from Atlanta was also a decision I made based on certain things that were happening besides my move. So I moved back into the house that I grew up in, but my mom moved out because she was getting married. So she moved to Florida. So she gave me the... So she gave me the house. I just put on my primer, my milk primer. Yeah, so that was a blessing. It was she literally moved out the day after I moved in. So we weren't even in the house 24 hours together, which was great because then I was able to immediately unpack my U-Haul and just set up shop, you know? Oh, but wait, let me tell y'all what happened with this apartment building. So, remember I said that I moved into this one specifically because, one, they had no extra fees. Two, if I decided to break my lease early, my security deposit wouldn't be forfeited. Now, the leasing agent who helped me when I moved in was no longer there. I'm not sure why, but yeah, he was no longer there. That's got nothing to do with me. I mean, if we're going to be honest. I'm taking my Maybelline. What is this one called? I don't even know what the name of this is. I don't know, this Maybelline foundation. But yeah, he didn't work there anymore. So before I even broke the lease, I asked them, hey, will I get my security deposit back if I break my lease, blah, blah, blah. Girl told me, yeah. So great. Mind you, this building was giving me issues all the time. So the first issue I had was my sink was leaking. It was leaking ever since I moved in. That was one of the things I told them when I moved in, like, hey, this is messed up. Somebody's got to come fix it. They came and looked at it, said nothing's wrong. But the sink was actually leaking. Like, every time I would turn the sink on, there'd be a puddle of water around the faucet. So I would constantly tell them to come back and fix it. Because I'm not getting charged for this. Like, I've told you guys multiple times it's broken. Come fix it. I never fixed it fully. Whatever. Then, there were floor panels with the fake wood. The girl was like, when I moved in, don't pour water on the floors because they're wood. They're fake. It was laminate or tile, whatever the heck it's called. But they were fake. It was very obvious. They were plastic. But, so I told them about that. No one ever came to fix it. Then, they were doing construction right across the street. Like, 6 a.m., loud construction, building a hotel right behind the building. Now, I lived in Buckhead. Buckhead was turning into the hood. Like, not the hood, but Buckhead used to have, like, this prestigious name, and people would be like, oh, you're living in Buckhead. Like, that's the thing. That's what people would say if you moved to Atlanta and lived in Buckhead, right? Nope. It turned into the hood. Like, you could not just walk down the street and feel safe at certain times, you know? Like, I would always take my dog to the dog park because I didn't want to, I didn't feel comfortable going on the streets and stuff. But that's besides the point. Then, so, when I moved down there, I switched banks because they didn't have my bank down there. So I switched banks, and the first time I had the rent come out of the new account, my apartment building said it was late, but it wasn't. It was on time. It was on auto pay, so I know it was on time. So I was like, hey, what's going on? They're like, we never received your thing. Oh, no, it was returned for insufficient funds. And I said, how is it insufficient? Like, what do you, like, I was so confused because my account had the money in it, so I didn't understand what was going on. Turns out, the way that the stinking apartment building takes up the money, it came out of the account saying, like, PZQ3L, like, some random numbers, some random letters. And my bank, since it was a new bank, they were like, what is this? Like, this looks like fraud. It just seemed really sketchy. And it did. I mean, and so I told the bank, I told the apartment, hey, can you give me a one-time courtesy? I just got a new account, and they just didn't recognize the transaction. So I just have to notify the bank. She says, yeah, that's fine. I said, okay, so can I just resubmit the payment? Mind you, my rent was $14.06 plus $45 in fees. Every month post the water bill. It came to about $1,500, give or take. So I was like, okay, how much do I owe? She was like, oh, you have to pay $1,800. I said, why? You said we're going to reverse the fees. She goes, oh, yeah, we didn't, though. What do you mean you didn't? So do it. So I have to now go get a cashier's check, and she's telling me to get it for $1,800. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's when Joy, the manager, and I became really good friends. Because the girl who was working in the office named Shay, and I don't care. I'm saying names. I don't care. The girl who was working in the office named Shay, she had the worst attitude. Like, she was so nasty all the time. And mind you, this is my first apartment. Like, I told them that when I moved in. So I said, be patient with me if I don't understand something. Let me fix this camera a little bit. I said, be patient with me if I don't understand something. Because in college, I lived in dorms. And then I moved back home. Like, I didn't live in an apartment before. Especially not by myself. So I was like, just be patient. Shay always had a nasty attitude. Disgusting. I really, wish I could get her fired, honestly. And not to just be mean. But it's just, you shouldn't be working in customer service like that if you're going to have an attitude with people all the time. Like, I don't get it. No one's forcing you to work here. No one's forcing you to be a leasing agent. And she was the assistant manager. Tacky. So then, when I was moving out, I always contacted the actual manager because Shay was such a joy and she didn't want to work with me at all. She didn't help me whenever I needed something. Oh, I'm taking the Fenty now. Whenever I needed something, she just didn't help. So I went directly to the manager. And the manager was like, oh, Shay, the assistant, she's the one who works on all the money and blah, blah, blah. I said, I don't care. I said, she has been disgusting towards me. And I don't know if she treats every resident like that. I don't know if she treats me like this. So Shay was black, and she was probably like my age, maybe a little older. But why do you treat black people like that? Like, what did I do to you, you know? Like, what did I do to you? So I told her, I was like, I'm not working with Shay. I said, any correspondence she can send to you, and you can contact me. And I put Shay on that email so that she knows, do not contact me. Because your attitude is disgusting. And even if you, like, let's say you were to call that office right now, you guys would get an attitude. 100%. Like, they don't answer the phone happy to assist you. They answer the phone with an attitude. So, yeah. I don't know. This is so gray for me. I'm not used to gray contours. But yeah. So, then, let me get back on track. When I decided I was moving out, my refund check, right? So, they never blocked off the elevator for me to use for the time slot. That was one. But then, once I moved back to Jersey, I'm waiting for my security deposit to come back. I'm like, okay, where's my $1,400? Like, I contacted them. They're like, oh, you forfeited that when you moved out. I said, no. In the emails that I sent to Joy, that Shay was on, I asked specifically, will I be receiving my security deposit back yet? She said, yes. So then I said, what are you talking about? I won't get my security deposit back. They're like, oh, well, we didn't realize you were ending the lease early. Yes, you did. My lease was supposed to end in October, and it's June. You knew that because I requested a copy of my lease. I've been talking to you guys for months about this. Like, and that's why you had me pay an extra month. This is ugly. That's why you guys had me pay an extra month. Because of the security deposit. Because I was moving out early. So I said to them, so you had me pay an extra month's rent and forfeit my security deposit? I said, no. Something needs to be refunded to me. Like, it was just so much. And luckily, I was smart enough to get everything in writing with them. I don't like this. This is not like a contour, so I'm going to get my Hourglass foundation stick. This is in walnut. And just fix this up. But, yeah, I was lucky I got it all in writing because in the lease, it says, unless stated otherwise, like, unless in writing, you forfeit the, whatchamacallit. Which I was told that wouldn't happen. But I was smart enough to email and not call. So guys, if you ever like live somewhere or you're going through something that is fighting a contract, make sure you email. Don't call. If they want to call you, tell them you would like to speak via email so that you have everything written down so that you can't say, oh, he said, she said. No. You have it written right there so you have exactly what they said. So since it was written that by the manager that I would get my refund, she had to acknowledge that. So tell me why. They are like, oh, you won't get the refund until the end of September, the beginning of September. Why? Oh, because we have to process it, blah, blah, blah. I moved out the beginning of June. It's now July, almost August. I put some fire under their asses and got my check the next day. They sent that express priority, whatever. They made sure I guess they were sick of me. But I was sick of them. My dog was attacked multiple times there. Multiple times. By people who thought they were above the rules. You know those types of people. They thought they were above the rules, so they didn't have their huge Rottweilers and pit bulls on leashes. Like, it was ridiculous. My little tiny white fluffy dog was scared to take a walk because of the other dogs. There were 2 dog parks. One which was turf, which smelled like piss. And the other one, which was like an outdoor dog park. They just let their dogs roam around that outdoor dog park with no leashes on. And I would walk my dog out there, And there was this one, it was a German golden retriever. It was a golden retriever. And those are usually really friendly dogs. Not this one. His name was Bear. And I remember that exactly because I was so fed up with them at that point that I was about to file a complaint. Because that dog attacked my dog twice. Now, Bear is a grown man. Bear is a golden retriever. Why is Bear foaming at the mouth when he sees other dogs? The owner had the nerve to tell me, oh, it's because your dog is on a leash. And you know, other dogs don't do well when they see another dog on a leash. Your dog's supposed to be on a leash too. Like, I don't understand that. How? So my dog gets attacked because I'm doing the right thing. Like, and that dog, Bear, would see my little dog coming from a mile away. He would turn corners and run around just to attack my poor baby. Like, and my dog isn't nice. Like, he never would hurt anybody, but he's just not a nice dog. But he's not gonna do that. He doesn't attack anyone. You know? He's white. You could kick him if you needed to. So, I need this to dry down. So, I was like, really about to go complain, but then I was like, I'm moving out. I'm not staying here. Like, absolutely not. I'm not staying in this apartment where y'all are, like, my dog has been attacked by other dogs, and I complained once. They sent out an email saying, please remember to keep your dogs on a leash. No, I need y'all to do something. Like, come on. And then another thing, packages would go missing. Luckily, none of mine, because I didn't allow them. I didn't get packages delivered when I wasn't home, unless it was like 10 minutes before I'd be home, because you could pick the time slot. But, like, people's packages would go missing. People's cars got broken into. I'm going to find the pictures. I'm going to insert it. So they took the tires off of 2 cars that were in the gated parking. Like, inside the gated parking. It's not like you were out, you know, in public. And no, they took the tires off and shattered the windows. I'm going to insert a picture for y'all. And then, when I lived in Atlanta, I followed ATL Scoop. Let me check on this dog again. Oh, shit. Do you want to come inside? Augie? Come on. Come on, Augie. Come on, come inside. Come on. He's got an infection or something. Take it off. I just want you to be okay, Boodle. Alright, I'm back, y'all. So, what was I saying? I don't even remember. Oh, yeah, the breaking into the cars. So, 2 cars got broken into, 2 trucks. They stole the wheels off of one and put it on bricks. Like, what? Like, I've never seen a car sit on bricks before. And I'm going to insert the picture for y'all. I just got to find it. But, yeah. So, yeah, so that was another thing, like, living there. It was just, it didn't feel safe. And then there were a lot of young girls that were getting killed out there. Like, so your favorite influencers might show the luxury and beauty of Atlanta, but they don't show how crazy it is as well. And, of course, every major city has their faults. Like, duh, obviously. But I feel like sometimes the way people portray Atlanta is misleading. Because, hello, Like, Atlanta is just... I love the fact that I moved out there and did something that I felt I really needed to do for myself, because staying in New Jersey for my whole... Well, not my whole life. I went away to college, but staying in New Jersey and not really ever living on my own, because I didn't know a year ago that my mom was going to move out, you know? So, I mean, if I would have known that, then I probably would have just stayed, because it was only a few more months. But, like, I didn't know that certain things, like, I've never experienced living alone, and I didn't realize how much I love being by myself. Well, I've always realized that I don't like being with other people. Like, in college, when I didn't have a roommate, I felt so at peace. Yeah. So, I like living by myself. I like having people over when I want, but I don't want to ever live with somebody unless I get married. And because then I'm stuck with them. You know? I don't want somebody living in my house, because then you don't get a break from them. They're here. My camera just went a little darker. I don't know. Oh yeah, I got this new camera. It's the Sony one. I hope it's like filming well. I hope the lighting and everything is good. It doesn't look terrible, right? I need this to like brighten up. But yeah, so now I moved back to New Jersey, and I'm so happy I did, because I don't have the anxiety anymore. I actually haven't had anxiety since May-ish? May? Like, every day I felt so excited to go to work and come home those last few months when I lived in Atlanta, because I knew I'd be closer to moving back to New Jersey. Oh, let me tell y'all about... Okay, this was some crazy nonsense, like some crazy shit. So, I was working for Estee Lauder still. I wasn't working at MAC. I was working at the cosmetics company store. And the assistant manager went away on maternity leave. And so I took her place, and we hired another girl to basically fill my role. This girl had so many problems. Oh my, I've never met an employee with so many issues. Like, so, and this is gonna sound so mean, and I don't mean it in a mean way, but the girl was always sick, apparently. Like, at first, I felt terrible for her, because she had all these issues going on. Like, I don't even remember. I don't remember what she had. She had so many issues, though. And then her mom had cancer. Then her brother has autism. So I was just like, wow, you guys have a lot going on. So whenever she needed help, I try and help her. I try and do what I could to help her. If she was running late, I just go into the system and change her time to like a half an hour later, so that she wouldn't be faulted for that. I would, just offer her advice for certain things. Like, she always said she wanted to go to... She said she wanted to go to college, and she never went. So I was telling her, financial aid, you can apply for scholarships and stuff since your mom is sick. And, just a whole bunch of stuff. I was just trying to help her out. I told her to go to the community college. You can take 1 or 2 classes at a time so you don't feel overwhelmed. And, her and I had a good rapport with each other. But then she started taking advantage of me and my niceness. And I'm nice to everybody. I used to be very mean to people in high school. I decided to change that when not when I got to college, but probably sophomore year of college. I decided that I didn't want to be mean to people, because there was no reason. There's no reason to be nasty to people for no reason, So I really have changed a lot, and most of my friends and my mom couldn't contest to that because I used to be the one who didn't give a F. I used to be so nasty to people. I didn't care what they were going through, and I chose not to try to understand that everybody has different things going on in their lives, right? So I was mean to people back in the day, but I changed my life. I've been trying to be a better person, blah, 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 blah. So, oh man, this is the broken one. Oh. So, girl, I remember one time, okay, I took off for something. I don't remember what, or it was just my day off, something. So my boss texted me like, do you believe she's not here yet? And mind you, we opened at 10 or 11 a.m.? 11 a.m. The earliest she ever had to be there was 10:30. She lived 5 minutes from the place. I lived over an hour away in Atlanta. She lived 5 minutes away. And my boss went to high school with the girl's mom, so that's why she got hired because, you know, my boss was like, oh, I know her mom. She needs the job, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, like, cool. Girl was so nice. Then she started taking advantage. Oh, I took a cat in that I found on the street, and he's having a bad day, so I gotta go to the animal shelter, and, like, it was just all the time, you know? Like, once, maybe twice, certain things happening. Then she was like, I broke my hand because the cat bit me. So I was like, get rid of the damn cat. Like, then she would have, not panic attacks, but, like, she would just pass out at work. And it wasn't literally like she passed out. She would just, like, go in the back and lay her head down on the table and then, like, take a nap for an hour. And then she'd be like, oh, I don't even know what happened. I don't know what happened. I passed out. Oh my gosh, I don't feel good. I think I should go home. First time we were like, yeah, go home. You don't feel good, you know. Second time we were like, okay, well, go to the doctor because this is an ongoing thing. The third time we were like, if you're gonna feel like this tomorrow, stay home because this is too much. We'd rather not have you here than to think we have someone to rely on and we don't. So, I remember I got sick. I was sick. I actually went to the hospital. And if you know me, I don't like being sick. I was living by myself. I didn't want to be sick. I didn't want to go to the hospital. I was actually terrified to go to the hospital by myself. I was at work, and I was working, and I randomly threw up. I was walking to the back, I think, to go get some makeup or something, and I felt like, you know that feeling before you're about to throw up? I felt it. My mouth got wet. I felt queasy. I went in the bathroom, threw up. Disgusting, right? So, I then did not, like, something just felt off. So, I said to my boss, I think I need to go home. She was like, what happened? I said, I just threw up in the bathroom, and I always went to work. Like, that was one thing for me. If she would even call me in on my days off sometimes because, one, I was living by myself. I needed the money, you know? So I would always go to work. So if I left early, you know I did not feel good. So I find out while I'm in the hospital, and my boss texted me, checking up on me. The girl, I'm not going to say her name, but she was checking up on me. I come back to work, I think I took a day or two off. I come back to work, and she's like, my boss was like, yeah, so we were talking about it, and she was like, yeah, I think Morgan's faking. I said, I'm on medication now because of what happened. Like, I ended up having a hormone imbalance and had to get put on birth control and some other medication so that my body can get back to, you know, regular. And if you know me, I don't like birth control. I don't like anything that messes with my hormones, none of that. So I said to her, I was like, why would I be faking this? I was in so much pain. I started having really bad cramps in my stomach. Like, it was really something that took a toll on me. And the fact that I was by myself took a toll on me. Okay, I'm taking the NARS blush now. Let's see how this looks. But it took a real big toll on me. Can y'all see it? I don't know if you can see it, but it looks pretty. But yeah, it took a toll on me because I don't like being sick. I'm not the type to fake that I'm sick. If I say I'm sick, you know? And I knew something was wrong because I had other symptoms, which are, y'all don't even want to hear. But, yeah, so at that point, I was over the girl. Like, I was so over her because how dare you say that I'm faking this and you have something wrong every day. Like, every single day you have something wrong. And I'm always like, okay, go home, feel better, blah, 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 you know. At that point, F you. In the biggest way. Alright, I'm going to take the other palette now. I'm going to take, I don't know what color. Oh, it's Orgasm. Ooh, I'm going to take Orgasm X, this one. But yeah, at that point, F you in the biggest way. I don't care about what you're going through at this point. Because now when I go through something, you feel the need to discredit me. Say that I'm lying when I've been nothing but genuine to you. You got it, girl. And then, so my boss and the girl didn't like each other. It was very, like, they both knew they didn't like each other. The girl tells me, this was right before I was leaving. So, a week or two before gotta clean this couch. A week or two before I moved back to Jersey, the girl was like, I think I'm gonna quit. I said, okay, well, do that the day I leave. Like, because I don't want to be a part of this. Do that the day I leave or the day after. So, she ends up not quitting. But, she showed up late to the job. Like, I was talking to my old boss about this. She showed up late to the job. How many times? After I left, she was late every day. One day, she was a no call, no show. So, they decided they were going to fire her. So, the day they decided they were going to fire her, she came in 3 hours late. Which is insane. 3 hours? Like, girl, come on. You don't have any respect. That's why you're getting fired. So they had a whole meeting with her. District manager came in. Like, it was a lot. And they fired her. So then she goes to my boss and says, well, I don't know why you like Morgan so much because she wanted me to leave you with nobody. Like, she was going to quit. She was quitting and she told me to leave when she left so that you had nobody. No, sis. What I said is do it after I leave. Or at least on my last day. So I don't have to deal with it. That's what I said. Don't put words in my mouth, because I ain't never said that. So, that's when I was like, oh, this girl's crazy. I was like, And you know what? Something in me, I wanted to curse her out. I really did. But I decided, I just used the L'Oreal True Match under my eyes to brighten it up a little bit. So I decided this girl is going to text me with some bullshit about this situation. I know she is because that's who she is. She's just a weirdo. So I blocked her number because if she texted me, I was going to curse her out, you know? I was really going to curse her out. Really gonna curse her out. Like, it was gonna be a big thing because my boss and I, we had a good rapport with each other. So, and she was helping me get a new job in Jersey and everything. So, like, you just want to say things to hurt other people, you know? You said that because you know that we're good and that she's helping me, and if you're going down, you would just want someone to go down with you. And the crazy thing is she said that to my boss and the district manager, and they were both like, okay. Like, this girl sounds insane. And I was cool with both of them. So that's why they were both like, girl, bye. Like, what are you talking about? Get the heck out of here with that shit. So, yeah, that was my last few days. I mean, that was my last hoopla in Atlanta with that job. Okay, so next thing. I'm almost done, actually. So I actually did like living in Atlanta. It was actually really cool. The nightlife was cool. So the one thing I don't like is that in Atlanta clubs, nobody dances. Like, people are literally just standing in their sections, looking around at each other. That is so boring. I am used to New York, New Jersey, dancing. Like, we some dancing ass niggas up here. So, you know, so I do not get it. It was just very boring to me. And everybody want to flex on everybody, and instead of just having a good time, you know? So that's what I don't like. And people always say Atlanta has good food. I did not get that. I did not get that. Like, the food in Atlanta, to me, every place had the same food, you know? So I guess one place could be better than the other because you tried it at another place, like, but the food was all the same. Yeah, so I didn't really care for the food in Atlanta. I would cook at home, really, and have my friends come over to my house because going out in Atlanta, you're spending at least $200. At least, minimum. Like, $200 minimum. Not for me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, I was a stay-at-home girl in Atlanta. And I worked on the weekends, so it was kind of hard for me to go out. And it's crazy. Right after I left Atlanta, all of my friends moved from Atlanta except for Lay. Her and Kiana still live out there, living their best lives. But, like, all my friends really left Atlanta. Everyone who I would hang out with left Atlanta. It was crazy. It was literally, like, right after I left, Nana left. And then after Nana left, Keith left. And then Terrence left. So, you know. And then the few friends that I made in Atlanta, they moved away too. So, I just, you know, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And everybody thinks they're better than everybody in Atlanta, you know? Not better than, but if you have, like, a nicer bag than somebody, ooh, they think they're better than you if they have a nicer bag than you, per se. So, I didn't like that kind of stuff, you know? I'm very normal, down to earth. I like nice things, but I'm a very normal girl, so that kind of stuff didn't, like, you know, faze me much. I didn't like it because it was just like, ugh. Because not everybody could afford everything, so this is not the palette I wanted. This is not the one I wanted. I might take this back. It was supposed to be the red and orangish colors. Not this one. Yeah, this is not the palette I wanted at all. It's all ashy. But, yeah, so I moved back what am I saying? I moved back from Atlanta in June, and then the week after I got back, I went to Maldives. So I really didn't have any time to, like, do anything. And then after Maldives, I came back, but I just had a lot going on. I don't even remember what it was, but it was just, I know it was a lot. So, yeah. Then I was just enjoying my life. You know, I didn't work all summer. So I was just chilling, enjoying my life. Now, I work from home. And I hate it. I honestly hate it. Like, with a passion. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. Because working a job that you hate And it really isn't. And I don't want to work retail ever again, but I don't mind retail. I just mind the hours, if that makes sense. But I really don't mind retail. Like, I actually like interacting with people every day. And seeing people and meeting people. I don't know if I want to do makeup again. Because since COVID, I have not been wanting to put makeup on people. Like, I could really do makeup out of my house and make bank. But since COVID, I really don't want to be in people's faces. And that sounds terrible. But I really don't. I really don't. It doesn't make me, like, it makes, I don't know. And then having people in and out of my house or go into people's houses, I don't know. It just doesn't sit well with me. So, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what's for me, though. I really don't. Everyone I know tells me I need my own business, but it's like, what is that? What business could I do, you know? What business could I run and operate that would make me feel good, make me feel happy and fulfilled? I don't know. I really don't. I really would have to, like, dig deep and figure something out. But I know once I do, I'll be so happy. And honestly, if I had more people in Atlanta, like, let's say my close girlfriends wanted to move to Atlanta, I would have no problem living back there one day. But I just couldn't live in the city, you know? Like, I'd probably live in Roswell. My friend and his family have a house in Roswell, and I really liked Roswell. Like, I really liked Roswell. But for me, my job was south and Roswell was north, so it didn't make sense for me to live in Roswell. But I definitely could live in Roswell. It reminds me of New Jersey a lot. And so does Alpharetta. Okay, so I just put on some lashes and some mascara and lipstick. I don't know why it's so hard for me to put on lashes, but it's never been easy. Like, lashes are like the devil to me. This lash is not on right. I'm gonna take it off and redo it, because that's terrible. So yeah. So basically, I don't even remember what I was saying before. The camera told me it was overheating. Why is this camera overheating? That's what I want to know. This is supposed to be one of the best cameras out right now, and it's overheating. Like, come on. Come on. Ah! No! Not today. I don't have anywhere to be, but not today. Come on, lashes. Whatever. Alright, so while I wait for that, you see how cute these lashes are? I've never gotten this one. So I always buy this brand. These Kiss ones. You see the sticker. They're from the I Envy. I thought these were by Kiss. But this is the brand I always get. I Envy. And they're $3.99 at my beauty supply store. This time I got a different... I always get the 4s. And now I got the 3s, which are these. And they're a little more like extra. And I'm not an extra girl with my lashes, so yeah. Filming always makes my nose run for some reason. Alright, let's try to do this again. Alright, camera overheats. How do you put on lashes? This is about to be as good as it gets, cause yeah. All right. And on my lips, I just outline using Strip Down by MAC and also Sandstorm by NYX. And then I put on my Patrick Ta in, which one is this? She's Independent. And then I put on my Ashley Strong lip gloss in, I don't even know what color it is. It's just the darker one. Because I have the pinkier one. This is the pinkier one, and this is the darker one. Got the darker one on. Okay. And then I just put mascara on my brows as well. And let's see. I think I want to put a little more mascara down here. And I think this is so cute. I think I look so cute. Okay, let me see. So, ooh, my hair is so short without a weave in. It's crazy. I just got it blown out today. But I think I like it up in the ponytail better. That's the one thing I missed about being in New York, New Jersey. My hair only cost me $20 to get a blowout. Down there it'd be like $100. And you see how short my hair is, y'all? Y'all see? It's only shoulder length. But camera's about to die, y'all. So thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys like this. I hope you guys like my little rant about Atlanta and why I decided to move. If you guys want more videos from me, I will be coming back soon. Well, now I'm trying to film more. I'm trying to get into it. I'm just trying to get my glam room done, and then I'll be ready to go with like real videos with a real setup. So let me know if you guys like the way this turned out. Let me know if you like the lighting so I can keep it set up like this. And let me know what other videos I should do. I'm trying to get on TikTok more. I only have food posts on my TikTok, but follow me on my TikTok and on my Instagram, _Morgan Christina on everything. And thank you guys for watching and tuning in and keeping up with me. Love you guys. See you next time. I'm back, bitches.
We should get away somewhere.